Hi, Jonathan here. Today is 5th of June 2022. The time right now is 10:21 p.m. And what a volatile, quiet week last week. So let's take a look at the market for this week. This week is going to be somewhat interesting, but we are running short of time, mainly because next week is FOMC. So this week, what are we going to watch out for? We're going to watch out for the CPI numbers, okay? Then the ECB meeting. Next week is FOMC. And then all next directions and the earnings. Nothing much about earnings because everyone is not going to watch. All the major earnings are not there, except everyone is going to talk about the coming possible recession. So Elon Musk already said that, oh, we're going to cut 10%. Then said, no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But then a few days ago, he said he got a bad feeling about it. Oh well. Okay, so let's take a look at calendar this week. This week calendar. This weekend is considered a European 3-day weekend because on Monday we have a lot of European on holiday. So, and also Australia, New Zealand. So this is gonna be a quiet Monday. So the movement will start on Monday evening when the US market opens. And then on Tuesday, nothing major, unless you're talking about Aussie. Wednesday, look at it, quiet. Thursday, another one quiet unless the ECB news, okay? And then on Friday, we got the CPI. This will be highly watched number, and this will be the last number come out just before next week. Monday, quiet. Tuesday, the other number, the PPI number, okay? Then Wednesday, we got the retail number. These are the highly watched number. Then early Thursday morning, the FOMC. So if the market is going to go up, it has to try this week, or else next week the market will be on hold again, waiting for FOMC. Then volatility will starting from Thursday onwards. Okay, so let's take a look at the S&P SPY. Look at this, 1 2 3 4 for the entire 4 days. Remember, Monday was a holiday, Memorial Day, so only got 4 trading days last week, and then basically didn't move much. We didn't move that much. Okay, so let's take a look at the chart. Very obviously, if you look at all these 4 Dow, S&P, Nasdaq, and Russell, we are all in a sideways consolidation. So let's take a look at S&P closely. You can ignore this particular candle because that candle is the Monday US Memorial Day holiday candle, but the futures market are open half a day. Okay, so you will notice one thing, that we are all trading within the consolidation. Over the last 1 week, basically we are in a zone. So some of you can state that, hey, it looks like forming a bull flag. Yes, if you take a look at the volume, not very obvious. Let's take a look at SPY volume, will be obvious. It is a descending volume, less lowering. My mind not working. Less and trading with less and less volume. That is a characteristic of forming a flag. Okay, but don't hope too much, mainly because the price can move either directions. The fear factor is still there. We are still in a downtrend, lower high, lower low. So it's going down. It is absolutely normal. So in other words, for the bulls to attack this week, we have to go higher than the Thursday high, which is 41, or round up 4180. So that's the resistance that S&P must break, 4180, in order for it to go higher. So that means if we can go above 4180, that means the Friday bearish move has been negated. Okay, then if we can go higher, we will go this 200 EMA, which currently is at about 4330 round up, and the 200 SMA will be at about 4452 round down. Okay, so these are the levels to watch out for. These are the Fibonacci resistance mentioned in the last week YouTube to watch out. So you notice that the 200 EMA is right at the Fibo 61% at 4322 as of right now. Okay, so watching that level very, very closely. Okay, so if you take a look at London, London has already formed a nice topping with 2.5 price candle upper price rejection. So it will not be a surprise if we start to have some profit taking soon. Okay, I'll give you a summary in a short while. I'm just showing you various charts so you understand the condition before I share with you what is my strategy. Germany DAX at that 200, always close enough to say that it's at that 200. Okay, and look at one very nice signal is China A50, a very, very nice price rejection right there. Okay, now this is going to be a quick one because last week nothing much happened, but we do have a certain numbers. Right now, trading S&P is somewhat simple in the sense that we have levels to watch. I mentioned 4180. Okay, 4180 is the levels to break resistance to go higher. I have no position as of right now, watching for the price to go up very nicely. This Thursday candle was a very nice bullish upside movement. Okay, a very nice bullish upside movement clearly in the Nasdaq. Right there, that was a very nice bullish candle to go higher. Okay, so I'll be watching for levels. If we break 4180, that will be a signal for me to long. Okay, now however, if it does break down the Thursday low, then we may go a little bit lower, but I'm hoping that if we go lower to see whether can it form a higher low. Okay, right now it is still a higher high but lower low, so I want to see whether can it form a higher low. That's what I'll be watching. Now some of you are asking, is it possible that this would happen? Okay, let's draw this way. Is it possible this happening? Could it be that this is forming, could it be that this is forming a shoulder, inverse head and shoulder, head, and forming another shoulder right here? Now, technically it is, yeah, technically, but then this is not very symmetrical. So I wouldn't like this shoulder, head, and shoulder. I don't quite like this type of pattern. I would prefer if this is considered that shoulder, this is considered the head, and right now this forms a shoulder. Okay, because this will be more symmetrical. And with this symmetrical movement, if we do go lower, then we have a very nice trend line. Right? So that's what I'll be watching. So if it breaks higher, the 4180, I'll be looking for signal to long. If it breaks lower, I won't be planning to short. I want to see whether can it form a higher low right there. That gives me like this. Okay, like this. Okay, let's draw nicer. Like this. Then I have a trend line there that gives me a breakout with a level. That's what I'll be watching out for. Okay, so that's my battle strategy for S&P. And if S&P break higher, I won't be surprised if Dow and Nasdaq also goes higher. The good news is Russell is still a higher low and it is also a higher high. So short term wise, US 2000 is a higher high, higher low. That's the good news. So I'll be watching the US index very, very closely. And if you take a look at Hang Seng, oops, this China got that bearish candle on Friday. I want to see whether that bearish candle on Friday is negated to go to the higher. Hang Seng, we sort of have a hope in terms of Hang Seng, because right now Hang Seng have a higher high, possible higher high. And if this does happen, then that low, not a good low, could be a higher low. This is not a good low, but let's just benefit of a doubt, that could be a low, could, not a good one, but we have a possible higher high, and let's say we have a higher low, or maybe trying to form another low. So we're watching that out very closely in Hang Seng. Okay, now US dollars. Basically, we have a large volatile movement in US dollars. Right now, we have a lower high, a lower low, with a trying to form a lower high. So I'll be watching to see all this price resistance for US dollars right there. We did hit a resistance at Fibo 38. I want to see whether if it goes higher to Fibo 50 or Fibo 61. Fibo 50 is 103.17. Fibo 61 is 103.61, to see whether can we have a bearish candle before going lower. Okay, now gold is where I'm paying attention. That's why I'm highlighting the US dollar first, mainly because last week I mentioned that gold and silver is going to have some volatile movement soon, and it's still a Bollinger squeeze as of right now. Okay, we tried to go lower here, okay, on Tuesday, and then we negate that. Okay, so because before that the low was here and the high was here. Okay, now let me ask you a simple question. If you break this low, a lot of people will be shorting, so go short, right? But then these 2 days, on Wednesday and Thursday, it went higher. The short are forced to cut loss. So those who shorted gold are out, technically, right? Those who want to long gold saw the signal on Thursday, and then on Friday, okay, so based on this candle, because it hasn't engulfed this white candle on Thursday yet, those who are longing gold are feeling the pain as of right now. Okay, what I'm saying is that gold has been shaking out a lot of players, in the sense that those who short are out, those who long are feeling the pain right now. So now the question is, will gold this week go lower to shake up those that are longing before going on a clearer direction? That's what I'm asking. So in other words, right now, this would be a risky low, and this would be a risky to high. That means there's a signal that if you enter a little bit earlier, this will be the early signal, but take note, the early signal, there will be a higher potential of a whipsaw, or this would be a safer level to short, and this would be a safer level to long. That means you corner the entire Bollinger squeeze. So watching these levels very, very closely. The safest to short is below 1828. Safest to long will be 1873.7. Do take note, whatever I shared is my personal opinion. If you like to trade, please do your own due diligence. Basically, right now, gold seems to be shaking out a lot of weak holders. That means those who are weak holding shorts and weak holding long. Eventually, something is going to happen, and it should be a volatile. So let's wait for the market to decide. Similar in silver. Also still Bollinger squeeze, and it also squeeze out those who short, and also squeezing those that are longing. So similar levels, I'll be watching the levels. Safer levels for silver is the most extreme of these two levels. So gold and silver movement should be soon. It's a question of, will it break up or will it break down? Last week, shaking out. Let's watch this week again. Okay. So apart from that, oil. continue to break up. Remember last time, the YouTube, I was saying that if you are risky, there are two levels to watch: the high of this and the low of this. Broke up and continue up. Okay, so any signal to long or short? Not at this moment. It is at that resistance zone, so will not be watching oil at all. Crypto, no, let's watch the natural gas by special request. Okay, also nothing much. There was a good signal, took the trade right here, double price rejection, but right now nothing much. I'll be watching to see whether can natural gas go lower than Thursday low for signal to short. If not, I won't even bother. Just a tiny short position. Okay, crypto, let's look at Ethereum this time. Okay, let me ask you a simple question. Let's give an analogy that this is a patient in intensive care unit hooked up to the heart monitoring thing, the toot, toot, toot. If you see the heart beeping graph looks like this, especially this, how would you feel? It's like toot, 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 toot. So not a good sign. Okay, I don't want to sound overly pessimistic. Who knows, maybe the patient drink 100 plus and then suddenly, or drink Red Bull and suddenly, oh. But as of right now, the most probably the doctor will say, be prepared. Am I right? So I'm not saying that it's going to collapse, but I'm just saying the signs are not that good. So similarly in Bitcoin seems to be a lot better. At least it's stabilized. Unlike Ethereum, it is going downhill, but not a good sign. Okay, don't want to sound pessimistic, but as any doctor will say, be prepared for any possible contingency. Well, Red Bull can come any point in time. Look at that squeeze. Look at how beautiful is the Bollinger Squeeze in Bitcoin. So that means volatile movement is coming soon. It tried to do, then out there, well, who knows? Okay, but volatile movement coming soon. Let's see volatile upside or volatile downside. So nothing much. And this week, perhaps it could be the only chance for the bulls to attack, or else next week we have to wait for FOMC. So till next week, stay safe. Bye.